Acute injury and chronic disability resulting from surfboard riding, as told by Taylor, Bennett, Carter, Garewal, and Finch, explained the following.
After composing an experiment with 646 surfers, results showed the following within a 6-month period.
136 surfers reported chronic health problems not related to acute injury, including chronic recurrent otitis externa and exostosis, muscle and joint pain stiffness.
Significant injury while surfing is not uncommon. Although head injury accounts for a considerable proportion, very few surfers wear protective headgear. Greater use of protective headgear should be considered.
The results show the following. Only 245 surfers considered the risk of head injury while surfing as moderate or high, and only 12 reported routine use of headgear. The surfers were more likely to believe that there was a higher risk of head injury in other sports and physical activities.
A morning surf at Sydney's Bondi Beach nearly turned very bad for one daring man after a large southern right whale came a little too close and knocked him out cold with the slap of its tail. The whale was swimming near a group of surfers about 70 metres from the shore. Bishan Rajapakse was closest to the 15-metre whale when it approached the surfers. Without warning, the animal's tail lifted out of the water and came right down on Rajapakse's head, knocking him out. Other surfers were tossed around by the animal's power. Friends pulled the helpless man from the water moments later. He was treated for shoulder injuries and a concussion, but otherwise unhurt.
Whales can be very aggressive animals if they feel very threatened. I would say this person's very lucky to not have sustained more serious injuries.
Head trauma. Well, there's one guy on the pro tour that's had head trauma. I've been concussed before hitting a sandbag, but it's not actually common. There's way more like ankle injuries, knees, that kind of stuff. Yeah, head trauma, and when it's really big, they wear helmets. Yeah, I wouldn't actually say head trauma is a real risk.
Have you ever had to wear a helmet before?
No, I concussed myself on a sandbank once, but really big waves. I don't think head trauma is an issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think is like the best thing that they should do to like avoid injury?
Stretch. Just stretch, warm your muscles up before you get out there, yeah. And then also know your limits.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like know your limits, you know, especially at Bondi we get a lot of beginners paddling out and they get caught in a rip and then they get in trouble.
Yeah.
So know your limits. When you start out on these foam boards. You know, like on those like 8-foot foam boards, they're perfect for them. My daughter's got one.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And then where do you think the surf is the worst here? Like for the Bondi, the Fiji?
The worst.
Yeah. Most dangerous.
Most dangerous. They're all dangerous in the right. So this is dangerous in a big southerly swell, and Maruba is dangerous in a northern swell. So they're all actually quite dangerous because of the rips. You see this clear water here?
Yeah.
So the clear water that's where those guys were swimming there before, and that's the rip. That'll suck you right out. And it looks safe because there's no waves breaking,
Yeah.
The safest place is where the whitewater is.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Do you
Yeah.
understand? That's why the lifeguards are shouting at people and they make you swim between the flags.
Okay. Okay. Makes
Alright.
sense. All right. Great.
Cool.
Thank you so much for your help.
Although most surfers acknowledge some risk of head injury, headgear is rarely used and barriers to its use are apparent. Research is required to clarify the risk of head injury among surfers and the effectiveness of headgear in reducing injury risk. Until the evidence is available, educational innovatives, improved headgear design, and the profile within the surfing culture would be required to increase rates of wearing headgear.
World. I think it's one of the most technically challenging waves in the world. I think it's a wave that is really a measure of a surfer's courage and also of his technical ability. And also it's a measure of his instinct, because it's a very instinctive wave. It's very compressed. It's compressed into ultra steep takeoff, jam into the barrel and out. It's not like a maneuver-orientated way. Maybe at the end of the ride you can pull off one big maneuver, but it's about the tube, it's about the barrel, it's about that intense takeoff. And it's very intimidating as a young guy. When you go out and surf pipeline for the first time, and you paddle and you paddle and you paddle, and you paddle over that edge and the coral's right there, and you can make one mistake and you're done. I mean, I've seen people die at pipeline, I've seen terrible injuries at pipeline. I rode pipeline for the first time when I was 15 years old. And I rode it for the last time when I was in my 50s. The last time I rode, I broke my nose. I think to ride pipeline well, to mitigate the risk, you have to be absolutely committed to the drop. But the danger is there, and the danger is real. And when you watch these young guys, they make it look really easy. But if you go out there as a recreational surfer or someone who's not in that elite level, man, it's very, very easy to cop bad punishment. And you see out there, you watch Kelly Slater in a final, man, there are going to be some waves where he's going to cop a pounding, the greatest surfer in the world. He will cop a pounding, but he'll come back up and he'll paddle out for more. So even the very best guys in the world can cop a pounding. And as it's happening to you, you never know. I mean, that can be the last pounding you're ever going to get. The dangers of dying are real. At pipeline, at Chopu, what these young surfers do, it's truly amazing. Hi, my name's Sean Thompson, and you're watching the Surf Channel.